It's Week 18 of the National Football League. And coming up, we're going to see Keenan Allen. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history.
And off we go from Denver. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
So here's the Charger offense making their way out.
They're led out by the 9th-year starter out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Open man is Myers.
Fights through, and now a crease. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
On first down, Carr
taking a deep shot here for Hardman.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown!
Mecole Hardman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now a 7-0 game. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone.
Taking it about the 1.
On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk at the 20.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive.
They're led out by the former 3rd-round pick, now in his 11th NFL season, and that's Russell Wilson.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
The Broncos at 13-3 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Broncos.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. And the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt.
Oh, what a juke into space.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now, these 2 teams, they met up in Denver earlier this season with the Broncos winning that one. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Denver.
Throwing on first down is Carr. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw into the hands here of Hardman. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Alexander Johnson ready to drop it. You know darn well both of these teams are going to fail this. This defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. And in this first quarter of play, this will remain a tie ball game.
Distance was never an issue, not in this mile-high air. But it doesn't matter what elevation you're at if you don't put it on target. And this one kind of takes off on it.
So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They go play action now. Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. John Ross. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Broncos have taken the lead.
Tucker with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send down the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
They'll run with one on second down. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun, it's Carr. And this one is incomplete. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
this almost to the 40 before going out. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals.
Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. So the completion good for 6 yards. And 3rd and 1 now. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with Patterson. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
On first down, going back to Patterson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wilson. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Back to the ground now. Patterson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Here's Wilson. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 14. The 3rd down conversion successful. A gain of 11. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help us sit.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Keenan Allen who finished it all off with the touchdown reception. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw again on second down. Carr. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Throwing his Carr on third down. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. John Ross and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate him.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Defensively, celebration time, because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready.
He's got a man, complete. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Wilson. He finds his target, Allen. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Now it's Wilson. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 33. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Swings this out for Hunt. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Again, they'll throw with Carr. That's caught by Myers. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Butker's kick here is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's in for the touchdown. Final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few...
Hey, we get it. No time to waste. Playoffs starting next week. We skip right over halftime and get back to the action. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Broncos. To begin this third quarter of play as this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half. Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On on second down, a run with Patterson.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. John Ross with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Tucker with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Heading back out, the Chargers offense. We get a peek at the playoff picture of the AFC.
Well, here we sit, Week 17, just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Jet sweep. Carr bats it forward. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Wide 2nd down, right back to Hunt. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll run again with Hunt. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw with Carr. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Carr to throw.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
And he missed it. It's no good. And they will remain well behind.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out the try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the 3rd quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field.
This is caught inside the 15. A huge play there for Denver. 48 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Over the middle, complete. That's Patterson. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. John
touchdown. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he returns this to the 22. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. We haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because
thrown across his body and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alexander Johnson. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
They'll run with Robinson, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr. with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now, after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 53 yards on the ground for him so far. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They run again with Hunt. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Welcome back now to Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Chargers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Carr. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Broncos are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. And they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. A huge play. Charles, it certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real...
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Allen Lazard, 31 yards. And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Free kick out of bounds.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Carr. Another completion here to Hunt. And they'll work this down inside the 30. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Carr again. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
A second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
To throw, it's Carr. Open man is Jakobi Meyers. He's got it. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Carr to throw again. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal, so now it's 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Carr got his man complete over the middle. That's Meyers. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Carr. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point by Butker is on target as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
On the move to his left. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
And he is going to have a Broncos 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. A gain of 12 on 4th and 10, just enough for the conversion, and defensively an opportunity slips away. Oh, Wilson going to throw. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice game there. This one goes for 20. There's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
Wilson will throw again. Another completion right back to Patterson. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now Wilson. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown. And the blowout continues.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Throwing on first down is Carr. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Throwing again on second down. Carr over the middle, complete to Judy. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the Broncos, they get yet another victory to finish the year at 14-3 overall. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after.